going on, guys? This is Jonathan here. This is Garage Denali. I know it's been a very long time, but hey, I'm just about back, and you know what? I got a new car. So, what is that new car? Well, here we go. This is a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria. It's a police interceptor, so it's a pretty cool car. If you watched my review on the on my friend's black P71 police interceptor, I talked about how nice it was, how I liked it, how it's a functional car, gets you around, it's robust, it's reliable, can take a beating, and yeah, the time has basically come where I finally got my own now. So the cool thing is this car is about 75,000 miles, so it's not too terribly high, at least for a car like this. As far as idle hours, it only has like 845 idle hours, and that's basically nothing, because you know, you find these cars with, you know, 75,000 miles, 125,000 miles, and they got like 3,000-4,000 idle hours, but this only has 840 hours, 845 hours, so it's pretty good. That means this car still has a huge amount of life left in it, so that takes care of that. But yeah, I picked this car up last weekend to be exact. It's pretty cool because it actually came with the front push bar, as you can see right here. This push bar is mounted right to the frame. Sorry about the wind noise if it's picking up, but this car had hubcaps, and the seller also included these chrome center caps, which is nice. It really completes the look as far as wheels go. As you can tell, the biggest problem with it right now is the paint. Other than that, this car is mint. You know, this car has tons of maintenance to it. It's got a brand new transmission from Ford, so brand new transmission. Engine is rock solid. It doesn't take or consume oil of any kind, so that's good. All kinds of regular maintenance, you know, regular interval oil changes, new air filters, wheels have been balanced like 3,000 miles ago, so this car is very robust mechanically, and the only problem with it really is the paint. As you can see, if you look closely, there's a couple of gaps right up here, because this is where there was a spotlight, and I may or may not be putting those spotlights back, so there's one on the other side too, but he filled it in. Yeah, for those of you who are curious, there you go. If you look closely, P71. So this was a cop car. This was a fleet vehicle. It was out in DC. Yeah, now it's up here, but yeah, interior on this car is pretty clean. It's a black cloth interior, so no vinyl, anything. The floor is nice and clean. That's one of the best parts about this car, is the interior is very clean. You got these cushion seats here. They're like couch seats, so they're very nice and comfy. If we step inside here, you know, simplistic. You know, everything's simple, everything's functional, and sometimes that's what you want in a car. You just want to get around. And these seats, you know, they're big. You got room for a third person here if you lift the armrests up. So this car can easily fit 6 people, and it's like you're sitting on a giant cloud. That's how comfortable these seats are. But the inside is very dated at this point, very Spartan. You can tell this car is basically from the 90s, but you know, just look at it. You just wipe it easily with a towel, something like that, and there you go. You don't really care too much. And so like I said, the interior is pretty much mint. I do need a new windshield because this one's cracked, but luckily a car like this, being so mass produced, you can easily find them for like 150 bucks. I do need a new steering wheel because this one is worn, and for some reason it looks like somebody bit a piece out of this, or they cut a piece. I don't know exactly what happened here, but these are easily accessible, and therefore I'm going to be replacing that as well. And I might be doing something with this head unit here, I'm not sure. Me being an audiophile, I'm going to want better sound quality, so I might be changing this, as well as the 4 speakers, 1 in each door. And honestly, that's probably about it, because this car is very simple, it's very basic, and you know, there's not a whole lot of stuff in here. This car being a 2006, basically it has a facelifted steering wheel and gauge cluster. The thing is, between the years 98 and 09, or 2011, excuse me, Crown Victoria hasn't really changed much as far as aesthetics, as far as appearance. The only noticeable difference really is the steering wheel and the gauge cluster, and then of course the major improvements are the mechanical stuff. But basically this car has been the same all throughout its years, so you couldn't tell if this was a 99 or a 2011, minus, you know, these 2 details right here. But yeah, like if you can see up here, you got the red ticket light, so that's pretty cool. You know, it was obviously used when cops were driving this car, when it was part of the fleet. And I talked about this in the review of the other Crown Vic, but as far as the engine goes, might be a little dark to see, but there you go. This is the 4.6 liter V8 that was found, that was lifted out of the Mustang and carried over to this car. So this engine's good for 250 horsepower. This is a 2006, so it received the final bump in power output. So, you know, compared to my car, compared to the BMW, you can definitely tell the power's there. There's about a 60 horsepower gap between that car and this car, and you can feel every single bit of it, you know. 260 horsepower, 250 horsepower, I would say is just about enough to get you around for a car like this. It is quite a heavy car. It weighs, you know, I'm pretty sure it's over 2 tons, which is like 1,000 pounds more than my car. I'm pretty sure that's around where it's at. But, you know, it has a bigger engine, so of course you have the power to, you know, do the job. But also, it's nice because it's a rock solid engine. You know, it's a very simple engine. If I wanted to get more power out of it, you can just change the 2 heads. This is a 2 valve per cylinder engine, and if I were to change the heads from Mustang engine, that would be a 3 valve per cylinder engine, and the power output would go from 250 to about 280, maybe even 300, something like that. So yeah, 2 valve per cylinder. I know it's like prehistoric by today's standards, but you know what, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This is a car that I can use when I'm heading downtown, work on my apartment rentals. I can just throw stuff in the trunk and you know, not worry about if I get it too messy or anything. But speaking of which, let's pop the trunk and take a look back there. If we pop the trunk, you'll notice, oh my God, it's huge. But yeah, look at that. Full-size spare tire. These are 7.5-inch wheels, all 5 of them, steely. We got a bucket of paint there. The seller included a gallon of base coat right there, white. But yeah, there you go, police trunk pack. So obviously there was a bunch of equipment back here, and that has since been removed since this car was sold to the next owner whom I bought it from. But yeah, there you go. The seller included a new panel back here, or I should say the other panel. It was a white one, and the taillights were a little different because it had the chrome strip right down there. But yeah, these are the remnants of a couple antennas, so I may be adding those back, still deciding, but there you go. Yeah, like I said, the biggest issue with this car really is the body damage. You know, you just have so much room in this car, like back seat, a lot of room, functional. And you know, a car like this is something where you just wipe it with a sponge when it gets dirty and that's it. It's all nice and clean, and you just don't really care about it. I mean, you do care, but it's not like you're spending 40 hours detailing it like on my BMW, you know, like on that car, I'm so meticulous with it. But a car like this, you clean it, and you're good to go. So that's the thing, you know, nothing beats peace of mind, and with this car you sure have peace of mind. You know, it's a Ford product. It's a very basic car, and it gets the job done, and basically because of that, you're never really going to experience any issues with this car. There were a couple recalls done, like the steering shaft, light control module. I'm pretty sure there was another recall, but I can't think of it right now off the top of my head. But this car is good to go. So it will be getting new paint very soon. It has a couple little rust spots, which I'm going to be addressing. Wheels, I'm going to give them a nice new finish. And yeah, I mean, one of the reasons why I bought this is because it has everything that I wanted with the car. Like, I wanted a push bar, I wanted the chrome center caps, I was going to do the spotlights, and this car already was pre-drilled for those, so it's not like I have to decide if I want to drill through my A-pillars or not, because that's already been done. It's all there, you know, it's all there, and it's got the honeycomb grill, so that's cool. But yeah, you know, that's the thing. And now you might be wondering, well, what's going on with the BMW? Why did you pick this car up? Well, the BMW is nice, but the thing is, I'm at a point in time right now where I want to focus on investing money and getting everything set up financially. Just like anybody in life, they want to get better. They want to be in a better position financially, and they want to just be in a better position all around. And getting a car like this, I won't really have to worry so much about spending so much time looking after my car, or worrying about it, or parking so far away that, you know, it doesn't get nicked in a parking lot or something like that. And basically it allows me to work more on that stuff on, you know, from a professional standpoint, but also as far as you guys, it gives me more time to figure out, you know, which cars to review and to get good videos going for you. And there are videos coming, I can promise you that. You know, I'm still in a position, or I have still been in a position up until this point, where things are just pretty hard. But I finally have some good leads, so you guys can be assured that videos are going to be coming. But yeah, that's basically why I got this car. And basically that brings me up to my next point. What's going to happen with the BMW? Well, as much as I would like to hold on to that car, I don't think I will be able to, because there's no point in really having two cars, you know, paying two insurances, paying two gas bills, and having one just sit around and not be driven while the other one is. And not that, you know, I'm going to be parking one and just leaving it alone, but it just doesn't really make sense. You know, now is the time that you want to hustle, you want to make as much money as you can, and you want to invest it. And you know, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've had that car for 7 years. You know, I feel like I've already spent enough time kind of looking after it and babying it and whatnot. And don't get me wrong, it's been fun, but sometimes I feel like I gotta focus on what's more important here. And of course, videos for you guys are important too, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, guys, that's all that. Just picked this car up last weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, I've always wanted one of these cars because you have so much fun with them. They're functional, they're basic, and sometimes you just like the simplicity. You don't want overcomplicatedness and, you know, just crazy stuff in the interior, and you just want to drive sometimes. You just don't want to be distracted by all this stuff. But basically, yeah, I'm excited to show you guys exactly the kind of journey I'm going to be going on with this car. It will be getting painted. Stay tuned to find out exactly what color I'm going to be painting it, because I can pretty much tell you guys there's a good chance it's not going to be white, so you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's all I got right now. I want to give you an update as to where I am. This is the latest addition to Garage Denali. New videos are coming. You know I have said that in the last 3 videos so far, but trust me, they are. I'm just about in the process of starting filming for a couple cars, so you can be sure that content is coming your way. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this upload. Again, I know it's been a little bit of a hiatus, but I thank you guys who are with me here, who are subscribed since the beginning, or if you just joined now, I thank you very much for subscribing. And check out my Instagram page at Garage Denali. I'll leave a link right now. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. So thank you very much, guys. Take care. Have a good one.